Ladies and gentlemen, how are you? I hope you had an amazing week. Tati Forex in the house. Today I'm going to talk about how we can deal with losses to not let it interfere with our emotions, and what we can do when we are in a severe period of drawdown to overcome everything and execute as flawless as we can. So warm up your ears really well, because the show is about to get started. Woo! Hi there again. My name is Tatiana. If you're new here, I built this channel for a specific reason that it's talked about here on my first video. I want to bring you all the transparency, all the real truth about this journey, my ups, my downs. I will show you everything, my lost battles, my victories, everything. I will never feel bad about it. I'm receiving some messages about, like, don't you feel worried that this could interfere with the image that the people have about you? Not at all. I want to be transparent. I want to bring something different, and sharing my losses and receiving the message that you are all sharing with me. Thank you for sharing your losses. It makes me feel very well. It makes me feel better knowing that you also fail. We all do, we all do mistakes. We all have losses. Come on, losses are part of the game. That's why we need to deal with them the best we can. So I want to build an audience based on the real story, not only showing my victories and then having an audience thinking that I'm a super master guru, making like 1,000 hours per month, and that's not the truth. No, I really want to show you everything. As you know, I'm currently on a drawdown on FTMO, so this video comes in a very good place because I'm like -3% and I'm already receiving messages of people saying,
"Sister, are you even consistent?"
And I'm like, are you questioning my consistency based on 6 losses? Like, what? You definitely don't know what you're talking about. So family, there is no way we can prevail in this industry if we can't deal with the losses. That's why I built this video. I hope it comes and it brings value to all of you. Thank you once again for all your support, all your messages, your love. I'm feeling so loved by all of you. I hope you also receive my good vibrations and my love to all of you. I hope God may bless you and that you and your family can achieve a better quality of life every single day. Let's start. How do I deal with losses and don't let it interfere with my reasoning? So first of all, it's very important that you watch the previous videos that I've been sharing, because I'm giving you tips, mindset, psychology, management tips that are very important for you to continue in your journey. So how do I deal with a drawdown, especially if you are in a prop firm? Because when you're talking about your personal, you can recover very well from a 10%, 15% drawdown slowly and steady. But when we're talking about prop firm, we can't enter on a drawdown superior than 10%, right? So how do we deal with it? Well, first of all, my first tip will be, what is your average losing streak? For instance, mine is 4. It's around 4. But there may be months that I enter on a higher losing streak. So I'm talking about the average. At this moment, I had 3 losses on my FTMO, then 1 break even, that gives me a little profit, and then 3 losses. It's around the average, but instead of having a win, I have 1 break even. So once you know that, what do you need to do? Okay, so I'm in a drawdown. I know my average streak is this one, it's X. So what do I need to do in order to recover from this drawdown? And if you use this file that I'm going to put on the link down below, this file lets you understand what you still need to do, or what you need to achieve in order to be at break even, or in order to be with your monthly targets. Maybe 10% because you're in a prop firm, or whatever you want to do if you are in your PA, or if you're funded already and you want to manage it differently. So this is very good. This document is very good to make you chill, because you will understand that, for instance, now I'm in a -3% drawdown, and I know that my average RR per trade, my average risk reward per trade, is 7.5. And why is that? Because normally I use a fixed TP at 10R. I will only decrease it if I have a supply and demand before that, and I can increase it a bit if I have a close demand or supply, or a weak high or a week low, right? Then I close 25% of my volume at 4R to cover the risk. So if the trade comes against me and it hits my stop loss, I will not lose any money, even counting with the commissions. So this is very important because I understand that to recover from the current drawdown I only need one win. What's that? That's completely doable. Like, trust your skills, right? And I will talk about that later. It's just one win. And even if you are like in a 6% drawdown, 2 wins will put you in profit. So why starting overcomplicated? Why starting only focusing on the minus, on the red? Once you know that 1 or 2 wins may put you in break even, or may even put you in a nice profit. Because if you catch one good trade, normally it gives you scale-ins, it gives you continuations, and then it gives you the opportunity to achieve a nice amount of R. So why being super anxious about it? Remember, people, losing is part of the game. You will always have losses, right? It's natural. It's something that you can't avoid. And the sooner you embrace that you can't avoid losses, the sooner you will understand that every time a trade hits your stop loss, you're chilled, you're calm, you're okay. Like, don't worry. I know that this happens. Are you in a current drawdown? Chill. Even 6%, depending on the average RR you have per trade, but even 6% is completely recoverable. Even more, even a 9%, because imagine one thing. Of course, when you have a 9%, it's more difficult because if you're risking 0.5% per trade, you just have like 2 trades to go. But the more emotions you feel, the less flawless you'll be executing, because you'll feel more, you'll think less, and you're not going to execute regarding your plan. Another question is, like, talking about my FTMO, could I have performed better? Well, yeah, there are 2 trades that I could have avoided. But my data always have together some trades that I could have avoided. We need to understand what we could have done better. Yeah, I could have done better there and there. And why is that important? Because next time I will perform better, and next time I will perform better, and next time I will perform better. And then it's like a loop, and we'll achieve a state that, like, the losses we take are like 100% part of our plan. That's where we want to be. I'm humble enough to admit I'm not there yet. I still do mistakes and I still enter on trades that I shouldn't, but I will be there. I will reach it because I'm humble enough to admit my errors, to understand what's wrong, and to say, okay, it's part of the business. Will I be super frustrated because I had a loss that it's not 100% of my plan? No, I will learn from it. Okay, this was something that I could have done better. How could I have done better? This is it. I drink the juice, the learning juice there is to drink, and then I go to the next. Don't feel super frustrated. Don't feel super anxious. Just keep playing your plan. And this leads us to my second tip, which is trust your data. No matter the drawdown that you are currently, trust your data. You've proven yourself the skills you have. You know that in the end you're profitable, so just keep playing your edge. If you don't have your data, well, you need to take some step backs. If you don't have data to support your confidence, then you're screwed, because when you enter on a drawdown period, how will you answer this question? What's the average number of losses that I have before I have a winning? If you don't have the data, well, in that case, you may say, oh no, I had 4 losses, 6 losses, and maybe I'll have 15 losses until I have a victory. And why is this so important also? Because imagine you usually have 15 losses before you have a win. But that win can overcome all those 15 losses. So maybe if you are trying to apply for a prop firm, maybe you need to adjust your risk, right? That's why data, it's so important, because you need to understand that it's okay that you have more losses before a win. That's okay, as long as you are profitable in the end, right? So maybe you need to adjust your risk. That's it. But many of you trade without this data. So then when you enter on a drawdown, you get really frustrated, you get really anxious, you don't know what to do, you don't know what's going to happen, because you don't have case studies supporting everything, supporting your plan, supporting your risk. And then you enter a lot on loop like, oh, what's going to happen? But if you have the data, just trust the process. You know you will recover from it. You know you will find a clean and clear setup that will put you in profit. And once you are confident about it, you are going to be ready to execute flawlessly when that setup arrives without a single problem. So what you do? You remain calm, you remain chill, you remain executing your plan, and you wait for that trade to smash it. That's it. Well, let's do a quick tea break. This video is going to be shorter. So yes, some of them are going to be longer, some of them are going to be shorter. So once this is a shorter video, let's do a tea break. Okay, you know, I can't drink coffee because I have a lot of energy inside of me. Mad energy. Just kidding. And if I drink coffee, well, it's crazy. My head goes like, I like the taste of it, but I only take like, I don't know, maybe 20 coffees per year. And I'm talking about espresso one. I don't drink long coffees. It is what it is. By the way, as always, did you subscribe to this channel, please? Please help YouTube algorithm to help me to share these videos with other people. That's the way you help me. So I help you with these videos, and the only thing I ask in return is for you to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bells. And if you can, also just share this video with your friends, with your family, and everyone that you can, please. Have you done it? Thank you. So now, and in order to let the numbers, that the data that you have play in your advantage, in your favor, you need to execute every time there is a setup that's aligned with your trading plan. Don't overthink. What do you need to see? Remember the video checklist, right? What do you need to see to get involved in a trade? A, B, C, D. Every time the trade shows up, is it your trading hours? You're still okay, so you didn't achieve your max daily loss. So in that case, just keep hitting the button, because this is the only way you will let the numbers play in your favor. And you will not let the losses interfere with your plan, because if you let the losses interfere with your reasoning and then you're afraid of hitting the button because you're already in a severe period drawdown or whatever, then you don't let the numbers play in your advantage. Such like changing the risk. You don't let the numbers play in your advantage because you're changing the risk. So when you win, it's not going to overcome all the losses because you're not going to let the numbers play. Right? Just let your edge play. Keep executing flawlessly. If that trade fits your plan, you know your data supports you, that you know in the long term you're profitable and consistent. So keep doing. Sniper. There you go, it's easy as that. And if the trade didn't come to tag you, it's because it wasn't meant to. Don't feel FOMO of then catching the move in the middle. The trade didn't come to tag you. It could have been a bazillionaire. Nice, but it didn't come to tag you. Move to the next. Are there going to be some scale-ins, clear scale-ins to take in? Well, try to spot them. If not, just let it. It's like catching a trade. So you run, oh, the bus or the train is leaving and you didn't catch it. What's the problem? What do? Like, think about it. You just stop and you wait for the next. Okay, didn't catch this. Now I'm going to wait 12 minutes to the next. And then you sit still, you walk, you watch everyone.
Hey there! Hi Jess! Hey Tom!
Whatever, and you wait for the next bus. So why don't you do that in trading? Why do you try to get in madly because, oh, I'm in a drawdown, I need to get this one? No, just wait for the next bus or the next train. And let's imagine that your trading hours are finishing or the session is finishing and you're not going to trade anymore. So there is no bus or train that day. The only one that's coming is the next day. It's okay. Market always provides. Put this phrase and this sentence into your head every time you don't get tagged in or every time you take a loss. Market always provides as long as you keep playing the exact same edge and plan. So just think about this. Okay, the trade didn't tag me in. Market always provides. The trade stopped me out. There's no worries because market always provides. The major problem about losses in trading is that we take it completely different compared to any other thing in life. An example that Mark Douglas uses, it's a very good example. It's like, it's not that trading is related with gambling at all, it's not. But think about how people go to a casino, and then they spend money on a slot machine. They know that potentially that money that they spent on the slot machine is already lost. So what they do is they just keep executing, like boom, 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 boom. Every time they bet and they lose money, are they thinking about, should I hit the button again? No, they're like trying to chase the money, right? So they keep executing. So why do we take trades different when we're trading? Like every time we enter on a trade, we should embrace that trade could potentially be a loss already. So we have our risk managed, right? We know the percentage that we are going to lose on that trade if it hits the stop loss. So just leave it. It's a loss. Hit the button again when the trade presents. So when you go to a casino, you are expecting to lose. And that's okay, because everyone expects to lose something in a casino. They don't expect, it can happen, but they don't expect to hit the button and hit a jackpot. So that's exactly how we should approach each trade, knowing that the worst that can happen is you losing 0.5%, 1% or 2%, depending on what you're risking. That's the worst that can happen. Yeah, right? We are so blessed that we can use stop losses to manage our risk. Imagine if we couldn't. That would be very bad. Like, okay, let's see if this one is a runner. Otherwise, it would blow my account. Yeah? But no, we have stop losses. So, fine. We're blessed to manage our risk. Let your edge play. Detach yourself the max from the emotions that you feel after trade. It's good to have a trade running nicely, almost until you're break even or risk-free, and then it reverses. And what do you say to yourself? Do you say, I should have closed it earlier? Why? If we close earlier, do we let our edge play? We don't. We only let our edge play if we keep the take profit just like it is. It's either a take profit or a loss. If the trade ran really, really well, but it didn't reach a state for you to be break even or to be risk-free, it is what it is. Think about the next trade. Assess the trade that you went into the loss. Can be done like right after or at the end of the day, right? And understand what you could have done better, but move to the next. Embrace the failure, because as I always say, there is no success without a failure. And there is no profitability and consistency without losing. It's completely impossible. It's a good fact. It's always a lesson. Loss, loss, win. Nice. Loss, loss, win. The less emotions that you can. It's simple as that. So first of all, understand what you can do with the current drawdown that you have, and understand the data that you have, that you know normally the number of losses that you'll have before you get into a winning trade. Okay, that's very important. Second, trust your data and make sure you have that data to trust in order to play your edge, because you know that in the end, your edge will play in your advantage. Then treat losses like a completely normal thing, just like when you go to the university exam, that you know that you want to have a 100%, but there is the potential that you have one mistake or two, and that it can decrease your overall result, but it is what it is. You don't just leave a question in blank, knowing that it could just be half right. No, you just write the answer and you wait for the teacher to validate that answer, right? So don't leave the question blank. Don't avoid trading because you're now feeling too frustrated or anxious of hitting the button because you're in a drawdown. So to finish, execute in a very flow state, very calm, very chilled. This thing about prop firms helped me so much on that. Like, I remember a while ago, like, I'm current minus 3%, I'm going to keep trading. And things, it's amazing where I was like 6 months from now and where I am today, the way I execute my risk and my plan and don't do stupid and new mistakes. you will get there also, where you feel so calm that you don't let the markets interfere with your mind. Okay, 3 losses, I'm out. 3 losses, I'm out. Nice, today 2 wins. Boom, recovered everything. That's it, as simple as that. So that data is very important, because you will understand that 1 or 2 wins can overcome more than 10 losses. And to finish, trust your skills. You've proven yourself that you are capable of doing it, so don't change anything. Don't change things in the middle, just like I said on my FTMO tips video. Don't change things in the middle. Let the numbers play in your favor, okay? So trust yourself. Don't start questioning everything like, am I good? Oh man, I had 10 losses in a row. Am I a good trader? Why are you going to question month and month or years of data just because you are in a current severe drawdown? Don't question yourself. Understand what you could have potentially do better, what you could have potentially have done better. Learn those lessons, adapt, evolve, and repeat. Boom, boom, boom. Adapt, evolve, repeat. Adapt, evolve, repeat. But don't change things if your edge plays well. Okay, so you have data supporting that you're a good trader, you are consistent, you are profitable, you can make money in this industry. So don't change things just because you're on a drawdown. And yeah, this is it.
I wanna know.
Who have subscribed?
I wanna know.
Who have liked? Let me see if I'm going to post it. And let me know if I kept this. Did you like it? Or it was just very sad? By the way, before I go, one thing that's very important, ladies and gents, please drop suggestions down in the comments of what you want me to bring to this channel that you think it can bring value to all of you, because it's very important. I hope that you are enjoying everything. Thank you again for all the love that you share. And remember, keep calm, keep chill when loss comes, because it's part of the business. And remember also, share love, share kindness, say no to war, and be grateful every day, because gratitude is the fastest way to wait. You have to say it with me, okay? Are you ready? Gratitude is the fastest way to raise your vibration so you can attract the life of your dreams. So take care. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye. Peace out. Fui, malta!